Hey guys, it's Andres here, and I am with my brother, James Erickson.
Hello there, and today we are discussing the Super Mario Odyssey trailer. There's a bunch of new crap that came out about this game, and we're super excited about it. So we're going to discuss it, and we're also going to kind of analyze the trailer a little bit. Kind of nitpick small things, not everything.
Correct.
But first things first, we're going to talk about our first impressions. So when you first saw this trailer, when you first saw the city spanning, and then the little sewer, and the taxi came, and Mario jumped out, what were your first impressions of everything, I guess?
Well, I remember the trailer came right after... It didn't come right after Splatoon, but it came after being all hyped about Splatoon.
I know, like almost immediately.
Yeah. And then, it started, and the first thing I saw, which I know what it is now, but it said Crazy Cap or something like that.
Yeah,
and I thought that was a Splatoon clothing logo thing when I saw it.
So did I.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, is this Splatoon like story mode? And I was actually really excited.
Yeah.
And then it panned right, and then you saw the humans, and I was like, okay, what is this? I think that's exactly what I say like a million times in the reaction video. But I think my initial, I was excited because it looked so different, but I was so confused and a little bit nervous because I was like, because like real people in Mario didn't seem like it fit. And then once he got to the other worlds and the other places and there was more familiarity, I was like, okay, this is Mario and this is really big and this is really awesome and I'm super excited. And I love the name Super Mario Odyssey. I think is very fitting for a very big, majestic game.
I know, I looked up, I mean, I know what the word means, but I looked it up on dictionary.com to kind of get a better feel of what they might be trying to go for this game. And it says, I have it right here, it says, a long series of wanderings or adventures, especially when filled with notable experiences, hardships, etc. And I thought, okay,
it's like
a good definition for what this may be.
It's like the Odyssey, like that Homer.
Yeah, that was the other part of the definition.
Yes.
Lols. But anyways, when I first saw the trailer, I think right in the beginning of it, I had the exact same experience.
Yeah.
Because we had just saw the Splatoon trailer, and then I saw that Crazy Caps thing, and I thought, oh, it's still Splatoon because they're two different colors.
Yeah.
And then I saw Mario Kart.
I saw Mario Kart himself.
Mario come out of the sewers, and for a split second, I thought they're finally bringing some Mario character mode to Splatoon.
Oh, really?
Then, yeah.
I did
not.
Oh,
3 seconds later, I was like, oh, wait a second. That's why I think in the beginning of the reaction video for Super Mario Odyssey on our channel, you can tell, I guess, with that in mind, keeping that in mind, if you watch it again, you might think, oh, like he was totally confused in the beginning.
No, I actually remember. I know what you're talking about. As soon as he jumped out, I knew it was the Super Mario solo game. I was just so confused about what it was exactly.
Yeah, after he kind of started running, I realized, oh, this is the 3D Mario we've been waiting to see or hear more about. Okay, so getting to the experience of the whole game, this looks like it is the return of an open world, and as they call it, a sandbox Super Mario World since Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. And for that, I am so excited for.
Yes.
I am so done with Mario Galaxy.
Me too.
And I'm so glad this doesn't have a hint of that, or at least in my opinion. We got that floating hat ship.
Yeah.
But who
No
cares?
offense to anyone who likes Mario Galaxy. They're both really good games. It's just opinion.
Right. Some
to say
people
that.
really like the Mario Galaxies, and
That's
you
fine.
know, for what they did, I think they did a really good job making them.
Yeah.
But both of us didn't care for those as much as we did Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. And when I look at this, I think, man, we are back.
Yes.
And I'm so ready to just go exploring again. If you guys have watched our when the Nintendo Switch trailer first came out, we did a discussion on what we might think this is. And I feel like 80% of the video was us like trashing Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Everyone's like, why do you hate it so much?
So I know not everyone feels that way, but for us, I am very glad that we're bringing it back. I love the fact that we can explore now. And do you have any thoughts on that?
You said it all.
And I
Johnny
think
Bill.
to go right with the exploration and sandbox field open worldness of this Super Mario Odyssey, it looks like that the Mr. Plumber guy himself, Mr. Mario, is gonna have, I feel like, a more colorful personality.
Yes.
What are some things that you picked out and noticed about Mario when he was running and jumping and stuff?
I noticed he was running and jumping and stuff. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm glad he does those. He does those in other games.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. He just seems more expressive, and he has very, yep. I just paused on a picture. I wish I could show it, but with him dancing between the robot and the boombox,
yeah.
and he has a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was so funny. Every time I see
It's
that
so
on the trailer,
random.
that part is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Something that I thought was really cool, because it shows you how much detail they put into this game, is that when Mario is running down the street to the city, he's looking at things. Like, he's looking at the people, and he's looking at the light posts and stuff, and I thought that was a really cool feature to add into the game.
I don't know why I didn't notice that, but yeah, that's awesome.
It gives him more personality, and then when he runs, his hat is moving up and down.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I think this is it's a new Mario game.
Yeah.
Just
he's so
simple as
alive.
Right.
Yeah,
he's
his
alive.
hat does bounce a lot.
He comes out of the TV and chokes you.
He's like, yeah!
Let's kind of get specific with the move set here. It looks like they're bringing back a lot of moves that I've been wanting to see. I mean, they're in like Super Mario Galaxy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have such a giant move set with Mario, it gives you a lot more options when you're trying to complete a goal and get on things.
Yeah.
And looking at this video here, you got the long jump, and then you got your back flip, you got your side flip, and then they have this weird thing. If you remember from, I don't know if you were watching the video, he does a ground pound, and then he does this weird 360 jump out of the ground pound. Did you see that?
In this game?
Yeah, in the video where Nintendo's showing off his moveset.
No, I didn't see that.
He does a ground pound, and he does a 360 jump out of the ground pound, and then I'm guessing, when you press B or whatever, he dives again, which is awesome. We see the dive.
Yeah.
And then he's got some new moves where he's rolling down the hill, which is kind of cool. And then he throws his hat, and I guess you can do multiple things with that. Hat?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. He's just less stiff, and he moves like when he does that leap that you've been able to do since Mario 64. He's just he moves his hands around a lot.
Yeah.
I just paused on another funny picture, but yeah.
He has a lot of personality now.
Yes, he does.
And it's cool because it looks like you can almost do a lot of, I'm watching this thing at the city level, and you could just go around and do parkour off of the poles.
Parkour.
The whatever they're called, the taxis and stuff like that.
Yes.
In Facebook, someone said something in one of the Facebook pages and said, "Why are there only taxis around the city?"
That.
And then someone commented and said, "Have you ever been to New York City?" Yeah. And they posted a picture of so many taxis on the street.
Yeah, I saw that.
I thought that was just silly.
Lols.
So far, what are some of the things that we see that may be story related?
All I can think of is the stuff with Bowser. And Bowser and Peach's royal wedding, which is clearly his ultimate plan, is what it seems like so far. And Mario's like, no, I can't let you perform this play. Because I guess
a play? That's
what
so familiar.
Because it's a series of unfortunate events. I was just going to say that. And it's so relevant right now because I just finished the season. And that's exactly the same thing. Or it's just not exactly the same thing, but I keep thinking about that.
I haven't even watched Series of Unfortunate Events yet.
It's good.
And when you said that, I completely remembered the first book is when they're trying to do the wedding.
Peach is going to sign with her left hand, so it's not real.
I guess, making it about a wedding, it's, usually Bowser kidnaps Peach, and it's...
Which he did.
Right. But
they changed it up.
That's what he usually does, is kidnap Peach, and it's for the purpose of, I guess, having Mario have an adventure.
Making Mario mad.
Right. But
he really wants Mario's attention.
in this one, it seems that there may be an opportunity for, or potentially some, I guess, good cutscenes, because you see the one where Bowser's there throwing his hat.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the story will be a little deeper than, like, Bowser kidnapping Peach so Mario can go through the galaxy and get stars.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen stars yet in this trailer.
No, we haven't. I forgot about that.
So, overall, still talking about the story, it looks like Mario is traveling to different dimensions. I guess that has something to do with the story. I'm assuming, but it reminded me of Rick and Morty. Like, even when I saw the trailer for the first time, I really got this weird Rick and Morty feeling.
I did not even think about that. That's funny.
Because he goes into these completely different worlds. Like, first you see the city with all the real people, and then you compare it to, like, the food place with all the colors.
What is that? My goodness, it's so random.
He used his portal gun and he went through a portal.
Yeah.
Let's go, Toad. Let's talk about some of the worlds here.
Can I talk about the city real quick?
Yes, that's the first one that I wanted to touch on, was the city. What kind of things did you notice in this grand area?
Probably the same things you did, and probably the same things everybody has by now. But apparently it's based on New York City. Yeah. But it's called New Donk City, and I was thinking Donkey Kong, but maybe that's just a coincidence, which is stupid because it's a Mario game. Of course it's not a coincidence. And then there's Diddy's Mart and there's Dixie Street in the thing. So I was like, what? Are we gonna see like Donkey Kong in this city? Like, is he the mayor? So. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Is a gorilla the mayor over human beings?
Yeah, like what the heck? I wonder if they're just like those are just the names and they're kind of just shout outs to them, because that could be it. But I think it'd be really cool to actually bring the Kongs into this game, which they actually haven't ever done in a solo Mario game. So that'd be really cool.
It is true. And part of me thinks it's not just shout outs, because it's all like Donkey Kong stuff. Like it's not like New Donk City and then Waluigi Street. Well, I guess Waluigi would be the same thing. Or Inkling Road. It's like Dixie Street, like you said, and then the Diddy Place, and then New Donk City. So I wonder. I wonder if Harambe is mayor.
Harambe lives. He's in the game.
This city, from what we see, is huge.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's bigger than. It may be bigger than, and I guess I'm speaking for all the worlds we've seen so far, but they seem to be bigger than any other world we've seen.
It could be, yes. I'm wondering if it's kind of the hub world of this game, because it's so big, and then all the other things we have seen aren't quite as big, and I wonder if this is not exactly a hub world, but just where you go to go home, or just like this is where the game centers around, because this is where Bowser's royal wedding, I guess. Well, I guess it's not a play. Why did I think it was a play? I guess it's just a wedding. Because of that, yeah. Because of unfortunate events.
Yeah, right.
But it looks like that takes place in the city too. So maybe he'll end up here in the end, and he'll climb that tower and meet. Oh my gosh, maybe it's Donkey Kong, cause like King Kong and the Empire State Building. Oh my god!
Well, that's just silly. I wonder if it starts off with them in the Mushroom Kingdom. And then Bowser comes in, takes Peach, and then travels to this city, sets up some type of wedding, and then Mario's like, no way, and then he comes to the city, and then Bowser's like, oh crap, it's that dang Mario again, and then he starts traveling to these different worlds, and Mario kind of has to chase him to all these different worlds. So I could see, I guess, the city being a hub world, because at first I was like, I don't know if it's the hub world, because it's just like the other worlds. Right. But they keep starting the trailer there. It's like this important place for the trailer for some strange reason. So I can't see that out of the possibilities. Another thing it reminded me of was Grand Theft Auto. I mean, who wasn't reminded of that? Mario traveling through Grand Theft Auto, the city. We see Mario jumping from that giant building.
Yeah.
And something interesting to think about is how the heck did he get up there?
That's a good
In the
question,
first place.
Doc. And is he gonna survive that jump?
Yeah, do
That's
they
the other
have
question.
fall damage in this?
If they do, the person playing just committed suicide and showed everybody.
Right, I think the only Mario game that had fall damage was Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, did Mario Sunshine not?
It didn't, because I remember falling from very high heights and not dying, I don't think.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, you're right. I think.
And then I don't think
So
Super
unsure.
Mario Galaxy had fall damage either. They
No,
wouldn't
I don't
be
think
that
so.
skilled. Just kidding. So, something tells me, especially because we saw Mario jump up that building, we're probably not going to have fall damage in this game.
Right. I hope not, because then it'd be fun.
Right. You'll just be Spider-Man, jump off buildings,
Right.
and have a fun old time. So I'm looking at a picture of the city. When
The
you're
city.
when you're in the city, like when you're standing on the streets and everything, the city
Yes.
looks very giant.
Yes.
But when you're looking down at the city, it looks like the city world is just on top of a ginormous skyscraper.
What?
Yeah, go to the part of the trailer where Mario's jumping off the building, the skyscraper.
Oh my gosh, you're right. What the heck? Wow.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, and there's. Oh my gosh, that's what it is. It's not. It's not like a city. It's in the sky. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
so like surprised.
No, so it kind of makes it look a little smaller, but I mean, when you get down there, it does look really big, and I'm sure it feels pretty big too. I mean, you
Yeah.
can kind of go. I mean, we only see a little bit of the city anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it had to be contained somehow. It's not like you can keep going forever. Then this is really interesting.
If you pause it on the part where he's jumping off the city, on the
Yeah.
right side of the picture, you can see platforms over there, like a little area.
Like the red ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like scaffolding is what it looks like.
Yeah, so I'm sure that will be of importance. Or just there to be like, hey, look at this place.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I'm sure. Oh wait. Now I wonder if that. What are those blue things?
A pool.
Those blue. There's too many though.
Where?
Like there's one in the red thing,
oh.
and then they're in the roofs of the buildings.
Huh. Well, they're either tarps or things that you can jump on. Well, there's actually
Oh.
one in the park, too.
Oh yeah. What the heck?
What are those?
Da-na-na-na.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
I suppose. Okay, so the first thing I noticed about Mexico.
The Mexicana. Why do we think Mexico right away?
Well-
Sorry for all you Mexicans who might be offended.
No,
by
they're
this.
not offended because that's exactly what it is. It's not Mexico, but it's inspired by Mexico because of the architecture and the designs, and then the
Right.
little skeletons are like Dia de los Muertos things, like Sombra. You know, Sombra has the skeletons,
Right.
and that's exactly what it is. So, and it's cool. I really, really like it.
Yeah. It's
But,
something we haven't seen in Super Mario.
Yeah, exactly. And now we know why, because it's the worldy theme. It's like the
And-
most uneducated way to say that.
And looking at the picture of the Mexican-styled world here, everyone has been in so much speculation of what those ice
Yes.
things are.
Like, what the heck?
And I'm looking at them here, and they just look like they're a part of the geography here.
Yeah.
They're just stuck in the sand, which is they. To me, they seem slightly out of place because this.
This is a desert, so they're
Right.
supposed to, which is interesting.
Yeah, so I wonder if they'll play any part, or they're just there because they're there to make you feel like
I
they're
think.
out
I
of
mean,
place.
I think there's definitely an explanation for why they're there. I don't know if it has to do with the plot or if it's just because of the world, but I'm sure they're gonna. The citizens of this place will be like, yeah, we live in this place with all these things.
And it's so hot here that we've built these ice sculptures, and we rub our faces on them when we get too hot.
Right.
I'm sure that's what it is.
There's definitely a reason, is what I think.
So I paused it on the part where Mario's rolling down the
Yeah, that's
hill,
right.
and he looks really funny.
That's where I paused it.
Smack dab in the middle of the path there, you see
Yep.
the infamous flag
I
where,
know.
and I'm sure because it says it has Bowser on it, once he touches it, it'll have an M on it, and
Yes.
you can save your spot there. And I was wondering, because he just got off the ship in this part, he's rolling down the hill, he just
Yep.
got off the hat ship. I wonder if when he touches that, it'll save the area. So like, yes, I've been here. Now I can come here when I want to because I touched the flag. I'm hoping that they don't do that stupid thing.
Me neither. I mean, me
where,
too.
like in Mario Galaxy, you're going through the world, you find a flag, and then when you die, you just start there again.
I don't think it's exactly like that because these areas, because the flag is not only here because it's on the ship too. So I think they're, instead of being like checkpoints, I think they're save points.
Like what I said before.
Like pretty much what you just said, yeah. But not like you get there and then you. Well, yeah, I guess what you said. Like once you go there, you can. Well, maybe you can. No, I don't know. Did you say you could maybe jump there after you've been there? Like jump to those flagpoles? Like travel to them?
Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, how would those work? How can we make this not like Super Mario Galaxy?
Well, I was thinking if it's time to save the game, maybe instead of saving, like pressing start and saving, you go to a flagpole and save it, and that's where you start when you start again. Because the place is so big, this game is so big. It's not just gonna throw you back in New York City or New Donk City if you're all the way somewhere else.
You might be right because Super Mario, none of the Super Mario games saved like, say, Skyrim, for example. If you save in Skyrim and you turn it off, next time you turn Skyrim on, you start right in the exact position where you saved. And Super Mario has never been like that, so I wonder if you can just go to this spot and save, or just start there when you boot up the game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because there's one on sense.
Yeah, there's one on his little spacecraft too, or his little pirate ship in the sky. Because like, if you don't know where flag is in the level, you can just go back to your thing and then you can just start there, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, I kind of hope that that's the way they use it because
me too.
I think checkpoints for a game like this would just be out of place.
Another thing I noticed here was this is where they kind of show a little bit more, not really, of the crazy cap shop.
Oh, yeah.
Which appears in multiple areas in this game. So I'm wondering if this is like a shop you can go to get different kinds of hats throughout the game. And the hat is like obviously it's a big part of this game. It's like in the logo. But I wonder if we'll see lots of different hats.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, because anytime Mario used any type of hat in other games, he got it out of a question block or a different block, even in Super Mario 64. And then when we see in Super Mario Sunshine with the different flood devices, there were boxes laying around that you could jump on. And so this, the Crazy Caps, I can't really imagine what that would be. And outside of the Crazy Caps
store,
the door there, you see a football helmet.
Yeah, and like a sombrero and a top hat.
What the heck?
I know.
Is it just there for cosmetics, or are we seeing something different here?
The logo looks very Splatoon-y too. That's why I thought this was Splatoon.
Yeah, that's exactly
and the hat,
why I thought that. Now, we do see Mario collecting those purple triangles, and that is something that GameXplain predicted would be collectibles. So hats off to them. I don't think it was that hard to figure out. But, yeah, caps off to you. That's kind of cool. I see them as collectibles, which is great. I don't even know what they would be for.
Yeah.
But
I have something to say about them, unless you already noticed this, and this is what we're about to say.
Well, I did see a different shaped purple object in a different world.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So, what the crap, Mario?
Exactly.
I have no clue. I have nothing to say about this because I have no clue what.
I don't know either. I noticed the purple triangle ones on top of the Mexico house. That's what I'm gonna call it. They have like a specific design on them, which I didn't notice before. So I don't know if that pertains to the area or what. And then in the foresty place, they're like gears, is what they look like.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't notice any more after that. I'm gonna check real quick. Oh, I see. Dang it! You can barely see it in the food place. I saw another purple thing, but I can't tell what the shape is. But it's not either of them. It looks like a turnip or something.
Huh.
Interesting. I wonder what those are.
I wonder if there's, I mean, right away I wonder if there's some in-game currency to buy some caps, but
oh, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe something like that.
Perhaps.
I hope they're not replacing coins, but if they do, I mean, I'm sure they could do it in some sort of creative way.
They haven't shown any coins yet, actually, which is interesting, and I feel like they'd be sprinkled here and there
getting back to those icy crystals, when you pause the trailer at the part where Mario's collecting the purple triangles,
Yeah.
you can see icicles on the cables that are connecting all the lamps. So
Yeah.
those are ice. I mean, all
It
those
is
things are
ice,
ice.
yeah.
They're not just crystals. They're ice.
So these two different kinds of worlds can live in harmony, the ice and the hot sand.
Yes. Like
Interesting.
So it's confirmed then that they're there because the skeletons get so hot that they just want to rub their faces on the ice to keep cool. I'm sure that's like the main part of the story of this game.
It is. We figured
Bowser's
it
trying to
out.
steal the icicles.
And then something about a wedding.
And then there's a wedding or something, and no one cares about it. That was the end of the Mexico part of that.
The Mexico place.
The Mexico place. That's
talk
a
about-
good name for it because it's got icicles. The
The
Mexico.
Mexico. Oh, that's the name we called it first.
I'm onto something here.
The lion that he rides, it's like a lion statue or something.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought about was the old game for the Game Boy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do
the Super
do
Mario
do
Land.
do 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 do
It was
do. Yeah,
called.
that's what it was called. Yeah, that's what I thought about, and I was like, wow, cool. They like,
Oh, you
brought
know
that
what would be
thing
cool
back.
if they
What?
brought the song from that place
Oh my gosh, that'd be
to
awesome.
here. That would be kind of cool.
But I wonder if
Um,
that means Mario's gonna be riding all sorts of different things, or if this is
Yeah,
like
and he was going
just
pretty
unique
fast
to the.
from what I remember seeing in the.
Also, there's zombies coming out of the dirt at nighttime in the Mexico place in the desert. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I never
and
kn-
there's nighttime.
Yeah, there's yeah. I'm discovering so much while we're watching this.
I know, and I mean, I'm assuming that this Aztec type area is a part of the Mexico land place because
Yeah,
they all
it's
look
a-
the same.
It's because I think it is because there's the desert and then there's this.
Oh, the icicles are over there still. So
Yeah. It's like
But
a
this
big
place is
world
really
here.
big. Like
Yeah,
just
it is.
talking about like the city, this place is really big too.
I know it really is.
It's got all that sand, and then it's got the Aztec temple like area with
Yeah.
all the places and stuff.
And the thing in the sky, like I wonder what that is. That like upside down pyramid structure
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Just so many questions. And you know what? I hope they don't answer too much,
I
so
know,
that
me
when we
too.
play this game, we'll be like, "What are these? What are those?"
Yes.
Because that's what I don't like. I don't, for example, with Super Smash Brothers, I didn't like that they said, "Here's every single character that you're gonna get in Super Smash Brothers when it comes out."
know.
It's not as exciting, so I hope they don't give us too much information before this game comes out. Just enough
Right.
to say, "Hey, that's cool. Let's play."
All right, let's talk about this Jungus fungus.
Okay,
Area.
this Jungus fungus place. This reminds me of two things: E.T. and
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, me too. Like this planet with all the big trees. I don't know.
The big
What's it
trees. Yeah,
Within the Ewoks.
right. And there's many different shots of Mario going through this forest,
Yeah.
and then there's the part where he's running on that flowery vine platform.
Yeah, like appears in the sky.
And there's a lot of area around him. This place
Yeah.
looks huge.
I know it does. And then there's this like red, what do you even call like platforms that are
Yeah.
higher up in the trees? Maybe I don't know.
Like ancient
Yeah,
civilization.
I wonder if those are higher up and then the ground is just a regular jungle floor.
They don't show too much of it though, but I mean at least on the beginning part. And yeah, I do see those bolts or nuts and bolts, purple collectibles, which
Yeah.
is so strange to me.
I know.
But we'll see what that is. Some of the bad guys or good guys we see, those weird random tea kettle things.
I think they're good guys because he's dancing with one of them.
That's true. They don't look. I mean, they look like the shape of tea kettles, but wait a second. The front of them looks like a water that device you use to water plants with.
Flood?
No, just like in real life, if you're watering plants, that little. I don't remember what it's
Oh
called.
gosh, what is it called? A plant waterer.
That's exactly what it's
I
called.
can't think of it. Ugh.
Anyways, I paused it at the part where it turns around and it shows the front of it, but that's what it looks like. It looks like water could be poured out of it, so maybe they're just
Yeah.
watering the plants. Anything else about the forest? We see
No.
Mario swimming through water.
Yeah, the jungle was the area I I found the littlest detail with, except that that's where I noticed there was another cap shop in a tree. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so there's that, and then those.
There's that.
Yeah, I think those kettle things are definitely watering the area. I think that's what they're doing.
And they do nothing more.
Yep. And then there's this big there's like a poster, like a banner in the city that has like a picture of this big circular structure in the forest with the red platforms when he's in the sky.
It's in the city?
There's a picture of it. Yeah, let me check if that's the actual. Yeah, in the city, in the beginning, it pans down to the sewer, and the picture on the left below where it says New Donk City. Do you see that red structure? It's like round. That's where he is, like halfway through the trailer in the forest. I think.
And you see the little tea kettle on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
what the
heck? Is there a name on it? Let me check. Yeah, it says. What does it say?
Maybe this is the hub. Oh my gosh, maybe this is the hub.
Yeah, see?
Maybe New Donk City is the hub, which means this hub is ginormous.
Yeah, and it says Cog WHLD? What? Cogwild.
Cogwald. It's an A.
Cogwald.
Ah,
interesting.
I wonder if that's the name of the area.
And the picture to the right of that, I wonder if that's the desert, or if it's a completely different place that we haven't seen yet. Because
wait
it's
a
very
second.
Asian.
The picture to the right of Cogwald, the background looks like the fruit world.
Oh yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
But something that makes me think that this may not be the hub world, which it could be, is the fact that it says New Donk City above the Cogwald sign. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, after seeing that, it makes me think even more that this might be the hub world.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool because this is ginormous.
I know. As it should be. As a hub
yeah.
world should be.
Now,
maybe.
now that we see, the Cogwald, we see the thing that looks like the fruit world, and then we see New Donk City top left. Now top right, what do you think that is? That doesn't look like the Mexico one.
No, I think that actually also says New Donk City, but I'm not sure because I remember getting another look at it. Let me see, where did I see that? Yeah, I think that's just another poster for New Donk City because there's like that circle symbol with things, and that's like on all the flags or some of the flags.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I don't know. I can't tell. I think that's New Donk City though.
Man, there's a lot of things here to figure out. Oh, wait a second. It is New Donk City. What an idiot I am.
Yeah.
Because right under Cogwald is the same.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Poster.
There it is. Yeah.
So that.
But I wonder what's.
There that is. Okay.
Yeah. There's like, there's humans on it, and then there's a small person, and a person bending down. Do you see that? We're getting too into it right now. But.
We're turning into the analysis machine, and we'll leave that to Game Explain. Oh my gosh, look at that speck! Those rocks near that.
But if you look over to the left, there's a really interesting poster on the. I'm just kidding. Don't put that in.
Anyways, getting back
on track.
We talked about the forest.
Let's talk about Fruit Land.
Let's talk about Fruit Loops Land.
I wrote down Polygon Place, but I guess I'm just referring to the shape.
Polygon Place because you looked at it for a second.
I know. Yeah. Well, that's how they're very rigid and
yeah,
have like a weird design, but it's cool. This is what makes me think it isn't just different worlds, it's different dimensions because where like the F is he?
Yeah, it's just Rick and Morty all over again.
Yeah, like it's interesting. It's interesting.
This is a super new concept, not a super new concept, but they took like, the idea of food, I guess, berries and fruit. Well, it looks like all the fruit, or it looks like all the rocks are different types of fruit. Because in this picture, right in the beginning of it, I see like tomatoes, eggplants, a giant apple, I guess potatoes back there. So,
potato.
Fruit Land. And then of course we've got the fork people.
Yeah. But then there's like a hammer bro and like that little turtle thing with the spikes. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah, I think it's just called Spiky.
Oh, okay.
And there's cheese around him, like you said. Also,
Yes.
behind him is 3 question mark blocks. I wonder what will come out.
Oh,
will it be
yes.
coins, or will it be
yes.
purple, questionable collectibles?
Purple questionable collectibles.
Right.
And you can see that if you're watching the trailer at like 111 on the right behind this big thing that he's jumping on. You see a purple collectible.
Oh, yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that. Which, there you go.
Interesante.
I wish I could see it, but you can't really see it because it's hidden behind there.
Yeah.
But this looks like a pretty cool place. I like the artwork,
Yeah,
I
it
guess you
does.
could say. The design of the world is very colorful. It's something
Yeah.
new. I like how they're going with very, very different worlds here.
Yes, me too.
That one part where Mario jumps into that hot soup
Yeah.
and burns his butt, you can kind of
His
see
buttocks.
more of the world. There looks like there's more stuff behind him. I don't know if that's just background stuff, but it looks like there's giant mounds of sugar
Oh, that's in the background.
in the background.
Yeah, that's probably definitely sugar.
Sugar or cocaine, I guess.
Sugar or cocaine. If this is Mario GTA.
Yeah. So, and we also, briefly before we get into other things here, we did see a few bosses,
Yes.
and I'm assuming our bosses.
There's the obvious one, the
The caterpillar on the top of the
on the skyscraper or
yeah,
whatever.
the
Yeah,
robot,
that robot
caterpillar
thing.
thing.
And then there's also that bird who is from the fruit place because he looks.
That's
what he
right.
looks like.
I wonder if that's a boss or some sort of thing. I'm
Oh, yeah,
assuming
but
it's a boss.
Wouldn't
I don't know.
necessarily be a boss. And then the rabbits. Like, what are those rabbits?
yeah, how they have got to be a part of the story somehow.
They're riding a Bowser airship, is what it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like. But where's Bowser Jr.? Who the heck are these guys?
Yeah, I don't think they've ever appeared in any other Super Mario game.
I don't think so either.
So
Unless
that's
they're
new.
like,
What the heck? Are they like
Yeah.
wedding guests? Are they Bowser's
oh
cousins?
yeah, that'd be funny.
Because on one part you see on one part in the forest you see the purple rabbit like puking out purple
Yeah,
gunk everywhere.
yeah. It looks like Mario's like fighting him.
So they look like they're not necessarily replacing the Koopalings, but I think people are, kind of tired of having to deal with them in all
Yeah.
their games, that they're doing something new here. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. So there's that, and then we see the bird, and then we see that one caterpillar monster thing climbing up
Yes.
the city. I was thinking, just throwing ideas out there, now that we've looked at all the worlds here.
Yes.
I was wondering if these are I don't think this is it, but it kind of made me think that, like, I wonder if these are all the worlds in the game and they're just huge,
Mm-hmm.
or let me backtrack there. That's just what I was wondering. I don't think that's it, but for some reason they only showed us those. They didn't only show us those different types of worlds. They showed us specific things in those worlds. Like, they didn't just spin, oh, look at this world, oh, look at this world. They said, oh,
Yeah.
look at this world, and look what's in it, and look what you can do in it.
Yeah, because Skyward Sword is also like that. There's only 4 different worlds or 3 different worlds, but they go back to them and go to completely different like areas and things in those worlds, and I actually really liked it. But I wonder if this is kind of the same.
Yeah.
But personally, I think there's more to I think there's more worlds that we haven't seen yet that'll be shown.
I think that I would assume that too. I can't imagine them doing that with Mario, like just having it down to the ones we see in the trailer. I'm sure they'll have like an ice snow world, perhaps.
Yeah.
They always like to bring those back. And then, like you said before, like a lava place, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, will Bowser have his own area? We'll see. What I'm hoping they'll do is do more worlds than that.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Because I
think
like
they
the
will.
variety. I like the variety, and I like seeing new things.
Yes.
With this game, it seems like they're really trying to go the opposite direction than they did with Galaxy.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
for me personally, like we've talked about many times, I didn't care for the Galaxy games, and for the very reason that they were very linear and there wasn't much you could do at each world. And I wonder if they're just swinging the pendulum in the complete opposite way. And this is just an idea of mine or a thought, but I hope they don't hurt themselves in that way. I hope they don't swing the pendulum so far the other way where it's too giant and too huge and too many things to do.
I don't think they will. I saw some people were worried it was going to be like some Sonic game. I don't really know Sonic that well, so I just know he makes me salty. But people are worried this was going to try too hard, I guess, like one of the Sonic games did. But I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful about it, and it looks really promising, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, that's more of where I stand. It was a thought of mine that I wonder if that would be an issue, but I don't know. I have hope for this one. I loved Super Mario 64 and Sunshine.
Yes.
And I think if they're trying to grab the good things about that out of Sunshine and 64 and then grab the good things out of Galaxy, I think they could make a good game. But we'll see. We won't see till, unfortunately, Christmas time.
I know it's almost a year away, but I guess we'll know a lot more about it before then. But still,
yeah.
Maybe at E3 they'll show like a lot more. I'm sure they will show something.
Oh yeah. I don't doubt that. They'll probably have. You'll probably be able to play it at E3.
Yeah.
Which would be cool to see. One minor thing I wanted to bring up is what the crap is with Mario's hat? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say that too.
It goes through the whole trailer.
Yeah.
Without showing anything about the eyes in his hat or pertaining to anything. Yeah. And then right at the end of the trailer, eyes pop out of his hat.
Yeah. Which must be, I think that is a big part of the story, because there's always in every, not every game, but almost every Nintendo game, as well as a lot of games in general that are like RPGs or adventure games or whatever. Maybe not RPGs. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong word. But there's always like a guide character. Or they're always like a second person. Like there was Flood, and then there was I guess Super Mario 64 didn't have one, but
there's Luma in the Galaxies.
Yeah, and there's Luma, and then there was there's like Midna and Twilight Princess, and then like all those Zelda games have them, and then
the King of
Lions, yeah, and like Navi, and then what's her name? Gosh, I always know her name, and I just forgot. The blue girl from Skyward Sword.
Faye or something? Fee?
Oh, was it? I think it was. Oh, Fi. Fi? Fo? Fum? Yeah. So I wonder if this will be that for Mario in this game. But like, where did the eyes come from? Like, what is it? There has got to be a story behind it.
Iggy's
it's Iggy.
There really isn't anything else to say about that hat, because all we know is they popped out of Mario's hat.
Yeah, and he throws it.
And it stays magically in midair, and he can jump on it. And maybe it's controlling him. Maybe it's brainwashing him and telling him to do things.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Anyways, wrapping up this video, I heard from one of the articles that swims around the internet that apparently they're almost done developing this game. Like, they're pretty much done with it.
Yeah.
Almost. Which, hey, that's good news, I guess. It makes it less of a possibility for them to have to delay it.
I know, thank God. Like, Breath of the Wild was delayed like 3 times.
I know, so don't delay this one. I mean, we don't have that great of a lineup for the Switch already, and do not delay this game. In fact, if you're done with it, just put the release date earlier, maybe.
That's true. My holidays could mean November.
I thought it said holiday like Christmas Day.
It just says holiday 2017, and you assume that means Christmas, but holiday could also mean late November, setting up for people to buy during the Christmas season.
Anyways, that's all I had. Do you have anything else written
down? Nope. Alright guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please show us your support by giving us a like If you aren't subscribed already to Erickson Gaming, we are going to be covering more Switch content.
If you want to be notified when we are streaming, because a lot of people, when they get to the stream, they're like, oh man, I'm late, or oh my gosh, I wish I knew when this was here. If you want to be notified, I guess YouTube added this bell system to channels. It would be awesome if you're already subscribed to press that little bell button next to the subscribe button so you know when we put up new videos. But most importantly, for when we're streaming, so that you can come along and play with us, some Smash, Mario Kart, Splatoon, all that jazz. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
At the store. Just kidding.
Hello.